DLSU versus UCC. The winner of these matches will go on to the Metro West Conference Finals.
Yeah, of course. Interesting matchups here with DLSU being the only team to defeat the top 1 seed, FEU, versus UCC, a kind of a middle of the pack team throughout the conference. So UCC definitely underdogs here and DLSU heavy favorites.
Yes, but it is to be noted that UCC, they aren't someone that you would underestimate still, even though they have not really been showing us anything as dominating as FEU. They're still a pretty good team, and DLSU really does have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, upsets do happen, of course. And for DLSU, we have to watch their bot lane. We have to watch Compton Gains really perform and carry their team like they did throughout the conference.
That's completely correct. And with UCC, the Turtles, they actually have like super interesting names. They're really fun. You know, they have the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think would be their, their kind of win condition versus LaSalle's bot lane?
I think they need to show more map pressure towards Compton Gains, because once you shut down the bot lane of LaSalle, they have a really hard time getting online if their other lanes aren't as ahead as they want, especially during pick and bans, where their solo laners don't get favorable matchups. They tend to play more passively and just rely on Compton Gains throughout the game. So it'll be interesting to see how UCC strategizes against this and what they bring to the table for this best of 3.
Yes, exactly. And as a best of 3 for this semi-final series, the pressure will be on them. So, to get into the finals, because most likely they will be facing FEU. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah,
they are the heavy favorites here versus PUP later on. But, FEU does have a lot of, I want to say, flexibility with their team, especially since you have Makara in the top lane. You have their bot lane is also pretty good.
Yeah, they have Kiddo, and
yeah, they have Kiddo,
very experienced player. So
yeah, Rory
and
playing
Kiddo yet today. So
yeah, they're not playing. They are later.
They are playing later today. So now,
yeah. But we still have to see who is going to be winning the DLSU versus UCC matchup. Which who do you predict?
I predict DLSU because they're all around. They're more of a favorites really, because all around I think they're better players. And usually they're more of really underdogs because they were in the middle of the pack throughout the conference. But of course, this is a best of 3. UCC does have time to adjust their strategy across possibly 3 games if this does go the distance. So it'll be interesting what mindset each team brings to this best of 3 series, because semi-pro teams aren't that familiar with the best of 3 setting. Of course, most of them are used to BO1s, so let's jump right into pick and bans here.
Yes, UCC here actually losing 2 bans because they were late by an hour. They have banned out the Galio, which is pretty decent, pretty standard ban, while DLSU has banned out Vladimir, Sejuani, and Nar.
Yeah, of course, we are playing on patch 7.21. Galio has been buffed, his AP ratios have been raised, so AP Galio is super strong and broken right now. And
super annoying too, especially if he gets the if you stand inside his Winds of Change, the tornadoes, that just does a lot of % maximum health damage if you build AP.
So UCC picking up the Lulu here, really strong pick in the bot lane. Even with Ardent Sensor Nurse, I think she's a very strong support and can really bully some of these matchups. You just see how De La Salle University will respond to the Lulu first pick. There are a lot of priority picks up though, such as Jarvan Hover here.
Jarvan, a very meta top laner or jungler. Yeah, a really good flex pick all in all. But Kog'Maw here being picked up for De La Salle.
Yeah, a good flex pick in Jarvan can go to Skype or Gulpy. I think they both are able to play it well. And being on red side, DLSU has the option to flex the Jarvan even to their last pick. So it'll be up to them whether or not they reveal whether or not it's going to the top or jungle. And it's up to UCC to predict where the Jarvan goes so they can give him a favorable matchup.
Yes, and DLSU here have their bot lane plan all laid out. They have a Braum and a Kog'Maw. It's going to be, really up to Compton straight to kind of carry LaSalle if they don't, if their other lanes don't do well, as you said.
And so far, a lot of early game strength for University of Caloocan City, but I wonder, will it be the Ornn for De La Salle University?
Yeah, an Ornn top lane. It does take some skill, yeah. It does take some skill.
It is locked in, so I think Ornn and Braum, a very nice combo. Of course, Ornn having that brittle passive applied with his ultimate and the Bellows Breath, it will increase the amount of it will increase the duration of CC provided by the Braum and Cassiopeia during these team fights. But so far from the draft here, I really like the early game composition by University of Caloocan.
UCC, yes.
A lot of lane bully potentially with the Lulu, Cinder, and Renekton. Definitely going to push in the lanes of De La Salle University and let Raphael dictate the pace of the early game. Yeah. As for De La Salle, opting for a more late game team fight oriented comp, of course, with their hyper carries in Kog'Maw and Cassiopeia.
UCC here, I think if they can, bully LaSalle through the early game, carry it into a decent mid game, I think they can end the game pretty early, especially if they don't give LaSalle a chance to scale.
Yeah, for University of Caloocan City, they're kind of playing on a deadline here because once De La Salle University's composition begins to scale, it's going to be really hard for UCC to pick any fight because they're just going to get outscaled and out-team fought basically because De La Salle's comp is stronger past 30 minutes with 4 or 5 items on their carries.
Yeah, especially with a Kog'Maw, that power spike that Runan's Hurricane, Ginsu's Rage Blade power spike, once you get a team fight with a Kog'Maw, those 2 items, as long as he doesn't die instantly, he really gets to shred through UCC.
Yeah, but of course, this is the patch where Ardent Sensor is a bit weaker, so Kog'Maw isn't as scary as potential Twitch with Lulu using the Ardent Sensor during the late game.
However, Braum is not really an Ardent Sensor user.
You can buy it though if he places masteries properly.
If you get Bond of Stone, any CC, and you just and when Kog'Maw auto attacks it, then you'll be able to get the Ardent Sensor. But I think that would be a bit of a little bit of a deviation from the correct build path.
Yeah, right now though, we need to look out for the early game of UC. There's a lot of strength in their early laning phase, and if DLSU is able to weather that storm, they can just crush all the upcoming team fights during the late game.
Yeah, and we will see though, because as you said, early game, mid game, UCC, late game, well, mid to late game, that'll be on LaSalle. It really just depends right now on who plays the early game better, and we are in Summoner's Rift UCC versus DLSU for the semi-finals of the Metro West Conference. Here we see DLSU, all 5 of them coming in through the mid lane. I think they're trying to get something cheesy going on here.
Yeah, so far trying to look for an invade here, but I think with these level 1 comps, I think the Braum invade is a bit stronger, and what I think UCC is trying to do is just opt to protect the entrances to their jungle so no cheeky invades happen from De La Salle University.
Yeah, well, it does look like DLSU did just peel off from there. Yeah.
So far, gentleman's agreement here, no early aggression happening, just looking each other down in the lanes.
Staring each other in the face.
Well, I want to do note though, Gaines is not playing this game for DLSU. They are playing with a sub-member with Stray, and it's interesting to see how the synergy between Comte and Stray is different from Comte and Gaines, because that has been a really crucial part of DLSU's climb towards the knockout stages.
Yeah, as you said, as you mentioned before, DLSU's bot lane is their saving grace. And with here we see an invade. UCC is going to be taking DLSU's jungle here for a bit.
Yeah, I don't think DLSU were able to spot out that they didn't place any wards. They did place a ward by the blue buff of University of Caloocan City. So if Raphael decides to path towards that, they will spot him out. Right now, though, it looks like he will be going back towards a blue buff, and Skyf will just see his Raptor come be taken away.
Yeah, that shouldn't set him back a lot theoretically, especially if he goes for the red buff and then gank path. But that would still be a little bit. Oh, actually, early Spring here, very early. Splinter going to be taken very low. First blood going down for Spring, very early.
Very early first blood, and Splinter not respecting the level 2 all-in from Cassiopeia, not even using any of his summoners.
He could have healed there, I think.
Yeah, he could have used heal to potentially escape, but just gonna save his summoners for a potential gank coming in the future.
Yeah, Skyf here gonna be taking away Raphael's red buff here. Yeah, that was a little bit of a counter, but Raphael will be heading over to his red buff. So that would be a buff trade, but Skype here, he is going to be at the losing end of this trade, especially since Raphael got 2 camps from his jungle while he only got the red buff.
Yeah, so looking at the pick and ban, I already said that.
A little bit of aggression here in the bot lane. Leonardo, whoa, he did get stunned there. Very low. Will have to pop the heal and the barrier.
Good trade coming from De La Salle University, knowing that they can act as the aggressors because for UCC's bot lane, even though they can bully the melee matchup in the Braum, Braum got close enough to proc the Winter's Bite stun onto Leonardo and just prompted DLSU to go for a good trade. But right now, though, the solo lanes for UCC, Splinter with a misplay in the mid lane, not respecting the level 2 from Cassiopeia, kind of will set him back. But once they do hit level 6 potentially, Splinter will have the same kill pressure onto Spring. It's just up to Spring to see how he itemizes versus the Syndra, see how much respect he gives in the matchup. And Raphael already visiting mid lane.
Yes, Raphael just going to be peeking over here a little bit. Spring already has that Tear of the Goddess to Splinter's Doran's Ring. And I think that, you know, that's that was really, really good for DLSU, especially since they're bopping. Oh, but here, a gank on the top lane. Skype will be gank. Oh, the flash from Michelangelo. Really good. Slice and dice is out. That was
probably the most perfect way Michelangelo could have played that gank. He flashes the knockup from the EQ of Jarvan and then walks back a bit in order to save 2 charges of the slice and dice in order to get out of the gank. Really well played from the top laner of UCC.
Yes, flash for Michelangelo and Skype being burned there. That could actually still have been a kill if Skype played it a little bit better, if he waited a little bit for the knockup.
Yeah, but even with the gank not netting a kill, it does relieve a lot of the pressure in the top lane matchup. Of course, Renekton, a big lane bully in the melee matchups, able to go in for trades versus the Ornn and really not take any damage in return. So, good gank coming out from Skype. Good proactiveness in the early game.
Yeah, in the mid lane though, Spring is just dominating Splinter here, just being a massive bully with that kill. Oh, we see Splinter getting taken really, really low again, level 5.
Yeah,
Spring could be going for an all-in here once he reaches his 6.
Yeah, mid lane for me, Syndra versus Cassiopeia is a very volatile matchup. Of course, Cassiopeia being able to outscale and Syndra having so much kill pressure, he's just gonna really, with that early kill, he's gonna be able to bully Splinter during this laning phase. Having the tier already picked up, it's gonna save a lot of his mana pool for these trades.
Yeah, that's right, and he is already bullying. Oh, Michelangelo going in on Gulpy, going to be taking a very good trade. But yeah, in the mid lane, Spring here going for the 1v1 kill. Yes, he will get it. That was an assist by Skype there, laying down the flag.
I wonder if Raphael had Body Slam there. I think he could have picked up a kill on Spring if he followed with Body Slam Flash, but otherwise, good dive onto Spring, and Splinter already seems a bit flustered here, not really respecting the Cassiopeia matchup.
Yeah, although he could have body slammed and flashed, but Skype also had his knockup. Oh, Leonardo.
It's gonna prompt the disengage.
Just gonna be the disengage, but yeah, Skype had the knockup. He threatened it, so Raphael didn't. You know, he didn't have the certainty of landing that E flash.
Definitely good stuff here from the early game of De La Salle University, able to sort of weather the early laning pressure from the team comp of University of Caloocan City.
Yeah, and it's arguable that they are winning the laning phase. They have good aggression down here in the bot lane. They have good lane control in the mid lane, and Gulpy here is holding his own versus Michelangelo's Renekton.
It just goes to show you how skilled the members of De La Salle University are. Even with their comp being the more late game oriented team, they're able to bridge that gap really quite easily here. And more
he's looking for it. Knock up Michelangelo. Will he be able to escape from this? It doesn't look like it. He has popped his Dominus. One more hit and Gulpy takes it.
Yeah, good punish from Sky.
Oh, in the mid lane. Unleashing the power all over Spring, but Splinter will go down once more. 3-0 on this Cassiopeia.
Yeah, good gank in the top lane. Able to punish the flashes Michelangelo there. Really nice chaining of CC to pick up the kill onto Renekton. The mid lane as well, Splinter, he's already given up 3 kills to Spring here, and the matchup is just totally swinging in the favor of the Cassiopeia at this point in the game. And this early even. It's only 8 minutes into the game and Cassiopeia is 3-0. She's going to hit her late game power spikes even faster.
So much sooner, yes. And not to mention a 22 CS lead already in the mid lane. Man, that's gonna hurt for Splinter. He's just completely not respecting Spring's damage here. He's not respecting the range on which Spring can just go in.
Yeah, I think in that matchup, it's really crucial for the Singers to dodge the Q, so to deny the move speed coming from the Cassiopeia all in. But as for UCC, they're really not playing to their comp strengths properly here.
No vision in this bush. Well, Donatello will get caught out, stunned, healed. And there will be one kill for Comte. He's still going to go for the ultimate. Has been dropped. And the exhaust. Leonardo is stunned. Barrier. But the auto attacks. Oh, will Stray live here? He will. That was a very good play by the bot lane of De La Salle. Oh, Skype. Will he go for the dive? He doesn't have his ultimate. Leonardo trying to get out of here. He has been spotted out. Knockup will miss. He will get slowed down a bit. The flash Q from Braum. The heal will save him. They are just fumbling this dive. I think they should just call it a day.
Yeah, the minion wave not really in a position there to dive. And with Skype missing the EQ combo, it really doesn't enable follow-up from the rest of the members for De La Salle. But
oh, Gulpy.
Let's talk about the early game of University of Caloocan City.
Yeah, they were favored in the early game actually with their picks, but they just kind of played it wrong.
Yeah, things are going disastrous for them. I mean, why is Donatello face checking a bush with no mana and no wards on a Lulu even, with all that kill pressure from the Braum Winter's Flight? Once you get stunned, you're just dead in that lane. And this early game going super well for
Splinter once again going to be taken down by Spring. Another solo kill for the Cassiopeia. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, at this point in the matchup, I just don't see Splinter having any more kill pressure onto Spring. He's already nearly double CS up over Splinter and now has the Rod of Ages completed. Just gonna have so much more tank stats and Splinter not gonna be able to burst that down first. He opted for the heal even.
Splinter doesn't even have a full item yet. He has a Lost Chapter and a Null Magic Mantle. That's not nearly enough to combat Spring. I think he should just, you know, just step back and just let Spring push, just get whatever CS he can, or else he's just gonna hemorrhage kills for this Cassiopeia. Leonardo will pop the ulti. Comte just gonna walk away from that.
Yeah, and I think the deficit that UCC has accrued here can all be accredited to Raphael really not playing the early game super proactive compared to the jungler of DLSU. Because in order for your early game comp to work, you need to be able to pressure the lanes of De La Salle University. But as far as I can see, there are no lanes being pressured from De La Salle. They're just cruising towards their mid to late game power spikes, just able to farm up in this early game. And just a huge misplay from UCC not abusing their picks.
Yeah, and just Splinter really misplaying a lot of the early game, giving up 4 kills already to Spring. It's 0-6 at 11 minutes. If there is another more dominating game than that, it's you know, it's gonna be hard to come back for this one for UCC.
I don't want to put all the blame onto Splinter though. We gotta credit Spring for being able to pick up those kills, even though he's in a losing matchup this early. It's really good outplays coming from the mid laner of De La Salle University.
He has to have those fancy feet to be able to dodge all those Qs from Syndra. Oh, man, even Splinter with the Desperation Unleashed power doesn't even get Spring close to low enough to be able to get a kill off on him. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, right now though, De La Salle University, especially the bot lane though.
Yes, Leonardo is gonna go for that. Just a little bit. He is out of mana here. Well, De La Salle knows that they can handle it.
Yeah, so during this early laning phase, that should be in the favor.
Oh, the teleport coming in from Gulpy.
Call the Forge God.
All of the Forge God calling. Donatello Leonardo gonna be stunned up. Spring gets first kill. The second one goes to Spring to Michelangelo with a follow-up TP. He is going up against 5 people. Compton takes the 3rd kill. That's a 3-for-0 play on the bot lane. 5 people, they're definitely gonna get first tower here and possibly Dragon.
Yeah, a great collapse from the members of De La Salle University. Nets them 3 kills for none. And this early game just went so wrong so fast for UCC. They're not able to abuse their early game, even though they drafted for it. They have stronger laning picks, but De La Salle University just outplaying these matchups, and they're able to pick up multiple objectives and kills after these kills.
It's all skill that LaSalle has shown here, to be able to get those late game picks, but be able to get those advantages in the early game.
Yeah, let's think about this LaSalle comp as a storm, sort of. They're gathering up, they're building their items, and once they do come towards the members of UCC, they're just going to get blown away with the lead they have this early into the game. And at this point, I really don't see an early game comp coming back from this deficit.
Yeah, Renekton here pretty much useless already. Raphael, although Gragas is sort of a scaling jungler too, his early game is one of the best in the game as a jungler, in this current meta.
Just go over the replay here, of course. Great call of the forward guard. Even though the Glacial Fissure misses, they deal enough damage and they separate the members of UCC, and they just have a numbers advantage and they're just that ahead. Whatever UCC does at this point, there is really no counterplay to what LaSalle brings, because at this point in the game, they should be the team that's ahead, but LaSalle just being the more proactive in shutdown in mid lane.
A shutdown actually going off on Spring. Splinter taking that 1 kill, finally gets his revenge. 1-4 now instead of a 0-4.
Yeah, I believe Spring
Spring
kind
got
of
ganked there.
overextending a bit in lane without his flash and not respecting the ambush coming from Twitch. And even with Cassiopeia being this ahead, if you group the members,
Colin Forge got going on the Splinter. Will not hit. Will hit Leonardo instead. That could have been pretty risky for DLSU there.
Yeah, kind of a half-hearted engage where like De La Salle not really committing, but do we want to commit? Like miscommunication even without a real damage source during that fight. I think they called it off.
Yeah, I think they could have just been trying to dissuade UCC from going for anything else, because they did have Braum in the topside jungle, and UCC was going towards that part of the jungle, and the Call of the Forge God denied them that push into DLSU's jungle.
Right now though, the bot lane of DLSU has moved up towards the top lane, trying to take down that tower and potentially a Rift Herald to even snowball their lead further. Right now, UCC, you have a monumental mountain to climb if you want to come back from this deficit. As for DLSU, cruise control. They just cruise control till the late game, unless they somehow throw their lead.
Yeah, the only way DLSU is losing this is if they throw, and if they throw hard. 1-9 at 15 minutes, with 6 of the kills on the Cassiopeia, 2 of the kills on the Kog'Maw, and a monumental gold lead. 2,000 here in the mid lane, almost 1,000 here in the bot lane. That's some pretty big, that's a pretty big deficiency that UCC has to overcome.
Yeah, during pick and bans, you really can't tell the game was going to go this way, because early game laning phase, it does go in the favor of UCC, but LaSalle just playing the matchups properly, and with Skype being the bridge towards the late game, able to propel his team forward and just give them the lead.
Yeah, exactly. But let's not discount that UCC is playing Twitch, but there will be another kill on Michelangelo, just staying a bit too forward there.
Yeah, there's just so much damage coming from the members of De La Salle University, and there's no counterplay for it.
Yeah, and Michelangelo isn't even building tank. He's going for his Black Cleaver, his Titanic Hydra. He doesn't have any tank stats yet. Oh, grounded on Leonardo. That's a lot of damage for E.
Yeah, just 3 Twin Fangs there and just chunks Leonardo for half HP. And
even through the Lulu shield.
With Donatello opting for the Ardent Sensor Rush here, it's really not the best build for the early game. He could have opted for more vision to prevent the aggression from the members of the South. I mean,
yeah,
that gank in the bot lane, they didn't spot it coming because they didn't have any wards placed. I mean,
yeah, they didn't see Spring coming in all the way from the mid lane. And I think Splinter was still in the mid lane while Spring was already down there.
Yeah, I mean, with having so much pressure, you're gonna be first to the roam. Spring is able to shove the mid lane first and collapse first to these fights. Right now, though, things have kind of settled down, teams are hesitating to fight a bit, Rift Herald will be picked up by De La Salle University.
That's an easy Rift Herald. Although let's not discount that UCC does have a Twitch. If he's able to get a good flank, able to get all of his damage to get that spray and pray off, there could still be a chance for UCC to turn this game around.
Yeah, Braum does mitigate some of the damage though.
Yeah, some of it, but most likely if UCC engages in a fight here, Braum would be using his shield to block the unleashing of Splinter's power.
Yeah, so for the Rift Herald take, I believe they want to use that to take down this mid tower and really open up the map for more movements. And once that mid tower is gone for University of Caloocan City, De La Salle University will be able to invade both quadrants of UCC's jungle and are able to set down vision and set up for these picks and just propel them even further and help them come out on top of this game.
They just have everything going for them, LaSalle. They are playing this game very systematically, taking bot tower, taking top tower, getting Dragon, Herald, but they are caught out a little bit here.
Good flash from
Comte. Raphael here is grounded, will miss the explosive cast stun, and he will be the first casualty to Comte, the second one being the Twitch. Leonardo gonna go down. Splinter almost going down. And Spring looks like he will also go down. A little bit too aggressive there.
Yeah, the zoning Q there, opting him to walk back into tower range, but great outplay from Comte. More fighting.
Oh, Call the Forge guy gonna come down. Oh, Comte did get shut down there by Splinter. Donatello very low, getting chased by Gulpy. Michelangelo in a 2v1 situation here. Rift Herald just doing work on the tower, I guess. Splinter, even though he did get those kills, he still got caught there by who killed him? I think it was Skype.
Yeah, so that fight starting with the proactive play from UCC, going for the engage after landing the double stun, but great outplay from Comte to flash out of the body stun and able to kite back. And of course, with Gragas expending both of his escapes in the flash and body slam, he just gets kited back and killed by the members of De La Salle University. And after the Rift Herald use, they're able to pick up the mid tower, which really opens up the map for the members of DLSU.
Yeah, that was still a net gain for LaSalle. It was a 4 for 2. And they still got the mid tower. And now they're going to get Dragon here.
Yeah, shutdown gold though, kind of important for UCC. They want more gold in their pockets to enable them to deal more damage in these fights, get more items.
Yeah, although my counter to that is shutdown gold, sure, but Splinter is just kind of resetting his gold value. So when he does get killed, he is worth the full amount again.
That is true though, and right now DLSU just dictating the pace of this game. DLSU have full control over this game at the moment.
7,000 gold lead at 20 minutes.
Yeah, the only thing UCC can do here is actually react to what DLSU does, because if they do go for a proactive play like in the mid lane previously, they're just gonna lose every fight. The only thing they can do is react to a mistake that DLSU potentially makes and then punish the mistake that they do make so that they can come back and fight for the win in this game.
Yeah, UCC can't even go for any picks here because LaSalle is they're just moving as a unit, as a team. They're getting down that vision in UCC's jungle. They're going through the mid lane. They're not being split up at all here, and UCC cannot take that as an advantage.
Yeah, and that's just a smart way to play versus the Twitch. Once you're grouped up, once you see Twitch pop out of ambush, you just jump him instantly, of course, with the Jarvan, Twitch not having any dashes. Once you lock him down in the Jarvan Cataclysm, there is no escape unless you have Flash. So really, really good setup from LaSalle for these fights.
Yeah, Leonardo here is stealth in, kind of scouting. He is more of a scout right now than he is than a carry.
So Spring is going to reset here and potentially pick up his Archangel Staff once he looks to be building towards that. And
yeah, he will get it.
What I want to see De La Salle University do now is group up mid lane, get vision around the blue side jungle of UCC, and go for the Baron.
Yeah, Michelangelo here not doing a really a lot of damage to Gulpy here.
Once Ornn gets a few items, he can deal with the Renekton in a side lane, being this ahead. Already the Sunfire Cape and Iceborne Gauntlet plus Ninja Tab. It's a lot of armor onto Ornn. He's able to bully the Renekton. For Ornn, he has this Bellows Breath ability which deals a % of the max out damage. So with Michelangelo not building tanky, early Baron.
Early Baron. 22 minutes. They did see that a couple of UCC members were bot side, but they are going to be responding here right now. The teleport coming in.
This is the 50-50.
And the 50-50 will be won by LaSalle. Raphael just committing suicide here in the Baron pit. Will he die though? Yes, he will. Comte getting the first kill. Paul the Forge God going to be knocking up Twitch. Leonardo will be going down. Donatello and Michelangelo running for their lives. Baron now on to De La Salle University. This could be the end of the game.
Yeah, De La Salle University flexing their muscles, using their lead,
asserting their domination.
Going for that 22-minute Baron with the Kog'Maw and Rage Blade and Cassiopeia. It just goes down so fast. And for UC, they just can't do anything, even though that was a 50-50. Skype being on point with his might. More aggression.
And there is a Cataclysm. Will be grounded. Splinter will not be able to do anything. Michelangelo trying to make something happen. Gulpy will die though. The flash from Donatello. Did he just flash to his doom? It looks like he did. Will get knocked up and taken down. Raphael, the only one alive right now. Oh no, Leonardo is up right now. The two of them to defend the Nexus.
Yeah, and with a pick onto the wave clear in Splinter, I think this will be the final push for De La Salle University.
No, they're just going to play it safe. They're going to back off for a bit.
A bit of hesitation though, even though they are ahead. There is no wave clear yet. They're kind of respecting the damage coming from Leonardo, but I think they're going to go for the safe option. Reset, get more items,
and push down another lane. Yeah, that is the correct move right here. Even though they are 11,000 gold ahead at 23 minutes.
Yeah,
jeez, LaSalle is
by De La Salle there. I think it would have been greedy to go for the end, and they could have potentially threw the game.
They could have thrown the game there, and that's what they don't want to happen, especially once they're ahead like this. They don't want UCC to have any windows to get back into the game.
Right now, though, so far, not a big core item completed on Twitch, just the static shield force damage. He can potentially deal enough damage in these fights so the carries once he does have an Infinity Edge, but De La Salle Universe is just really far ahead right now, and the storm that was building is just coming at UCC.
It's crashing down already. And Raphael here, clearing his jungle, gonna be invaded. De La Salle just chasing him away from his own Krugs. Yeah, that's 4 of them down in the bot lane.
There's no fight that UCC can take at this point in the game. They have to just give up this tower, and LaSalle's gonna take it for free.
Yeah, LaSalle they're just asserting dominance here. They're not letting UCC do anything. It's just so hopeless for the Turtles right now.
Yeah, and they're showing that they beat FU, the top 1 team. And De La Salle showing how good they are, being able to, of course, take down the top 1 team, and just showing that they're on a different class compared to UCC. With now they're going for this bot lane push.
Of course, they're in a different class. I mean, they're in different schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. And the inhibitor turret will be going down very quickly. Will UCC want this though? Raphael, good. Yes. UCC has been up De La Salle. Skype is really tanky though. The first kill will be onto Raphael. Skype will live. Michelangelo getting taken very low. He will try to get something onto Comte, but Comte is shielded at the right time. Oh, the tower will get him though.
Kind of an uncoordinated dive there. Some of the members of De La Salle wanted to go for the dive. Some of them wanted to take down the towers.
Yeah, Skype just went straight into the back.
Yeah, but being this ahead, they're able to take down the tower and the inhibitor without really getting real punishment from the members of UCC. And right now, they're going to back off, reset again, potentially push for the top lane as the final push.
Yeah, even though De La Salle kind of played a bit less clean than they did previously, it's still really good for them. They're just taking over the entire game. There's nothing that UCC can really do at this point in the game that would get them back unless LaSalle just throws. That's it. That's the only thing that they can count on right now.
Yeah, you really gotta credit this lead LaSalle has built to their early game. They played the early game beautifully, able to play the matchups properly. Because pick and ban wise, you're gonna say early game is gonna go in the favor of UCC.
Yeah, that's what you think. But LaSalle just showing their skill.
They will pick up their 3rd Cloud Drake, gonna make them rotate around the map even faster.
That's 3 Cloud Drakes, and that just makes you zoom past the map. That'll make them get to the top lane super fast once they finish this.
And this is a bonus objective. I really don't think they need this at this point in the game. They can just go for the push and end being this far ahead.
Well, it's still another Drake if they do get to the Elder Drake point.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna reach the Elder Drake
It
point.
doesn't look like it's
this far ahead
happen.
of 27 minutes.
Yes, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen at this
Already
point.
11k in their 11k gold lead
11K
in their
gold
pockets,
lead,
and
yes.
top lane looks to be the next part of the map they want to push down. And
Yeah, Splinter actually doing the right thing here, pushing out top lane, so that it takes us just that little bit more time to actually get to the turret.
definitely. UCC forced to clear these waves, forced to group up, and fear of an engage coming from the members of the LCL University. And now there's so much map pressure being exerted by De La Salle.
Yeah, LaSalle here just insanely dominating this game. There's really not much to say other than, you know, good job by LaSalle, and UCC just
UCC can't look for a fight here.
they can't. But Skype is looking for that fight. Call the Forge can be dropped. Cataclysm 2 and Explosive Gas will not knock a lot of people back. Leonardo getting taken very low. We will go down to Comte. Splinter gonna be getting that stun off. Will delay that dive.
Yeah, I think that would be the game-ending pick. Leonardo stepping forward there without flash, not respecting the Cataclysm over the wall from Sky.
Oh, Gopi getting that stun. There is Otello. Michelangelo getting very low, taken down. Comte gonna get a double kill here. Spring chasing. Splinter gets the Archangel. Splinter does have to flash out. Donatello and Splinter, the last two of the turtles. And that should be game for LaSalle.
Yeah, dominating victory here for De La Salle University, playing their composition very beautifully, able to weather the early game from UCC. And for UCC, right now, down 0-1, they need to reset. They need to show that they aren't as flustered as some other teams should be, but final
a
fight here.
shutdown on the Spring. The redemption comes down. Leonardo, he will pay for his life, for that one kill. DLSU here a bit low. If Splinter can actually play this correctly, he doesn't have his ultimate up.
Yeah, UCC is just delaying the inevitable here. LaSalle is too far ahead at this point in the game. They will force them to back off though. Gonna let the minions do their work for them.
Yeah, that's what minions do. They do your bidding. And LaSalle gonna go for that one final reset, gonna go for that one final fight, and they will end the game once Spring respawns, I think.
Yeah, at this point though, I think UCC has to be thinking of game 2 and how they're gonna approach the next game, because during this game they drafted early game and weren't able to
really get that, you know, to play their early game pressure.
Yeah, they need to reset. They need to not get flustered. Go over the replay of this fight. This is just LaSalle being ahead, disrespecting inhibitor towers and Compton not being touched. There's no threat to Compton. I mean, Stray doesn't even have to peel that much for his Kog'Maw being super fed. And at this point, it's kind of over-aggression. They could have gone for the end, but they want to pat their KDAs, so he went for more kills.
Yeah, LaSalle here actually just doesn't want to take any risks.
Yeah, there's no 50-50 here. Straight zoning away the members. So many damage mitigated by Unbreakable.
Yeah, Stray is just taking like a quarter of his health bar there in damage from all of that.
Yeah, LaSalle is going to take their victory lap now. We're going to run down the mid lane.
Run it down mid, boys. That's two super minions per wave, per lane. They can just, they can literally just sit back and just let the minions finish the entire game for them.
Yeah, the only way UCC wins a fight at this point is if Compton and Spring just don't pick at all.
Yes, and Cataclysm gonna be dropped from Call the Forge. God, there's first pick onto Donatello, and Leonardo will get taken down next. Splinter very low to Michelangelo in the mix. Will go down as well. Third kill, 3 for 0 so far, and the Nexus is getting beaten down. Will Stray die here? Not at all. Gulpy will get that stun off, and there it is. Game number 1. 6-28 for De La Salle University.
Yeah, dominant win from De La Salle University, but of course, this is a best-of-3 series. Let's see if UCC can come back in the second game and potentially tie it up.
There's still 2 games here. The UCC, that wasn't a very good, you know, a good first game, but to be fair, they did lose 2 bans. That kind of stuck a wrench in their plans.
Yeah, and usually for LaSalle, we talk about Compton gains. But for this game, I think MVP is Spring. He really played this matchup very well. For Syndra being an early game monster and losing lane versus the Cassiopeia, it just shows you how skilled Spring is in playing these losing matchups.
Yeah, Spring with the aggression, Splinter really couldn't just account for that aggression, because a level 2 power spike Cassiopeia just going in, dodging the Qs because he was going forward. And that just that continued aggression is kind of one spring that lane.
Yeah, it looked like after the first solo kill level 2, Splinter looked a bit flustered, really not able to bring back his tempo in lane. And after that, he just got killed over and over and just gave Cassiopeia more gold in their pocket to scale into the late game even faster. And really, the game for DLSU was really accelerated, even though they had a late game comp. They were already 2 to 3 items in 25 minutes, being that far ahead.
That's true. That's true. UCC has to sit back and kind of reflect, kind of have to reset, because they have to be feeling tilted after that one. But we will see in the next game. Join us for the next game for the semi-finals of the Metro West Conference Series. We have been your casters for this game. My name is G10. Coming at you with me is Chisto. And he will be the first casualty to Comte, the second one being the Twitch. Leonardo gonna go down. Splinter almost going down. And Spring looks like he will. First kill will be onto Rafael. Skype will live. Michelangelo getting taken very low. He will try to get something onto Comte, but Comte is shielded at the right time. Oh, the tower will get him though.
Kind of an uncoordinated dive there. Some of the members of DLSU wanted to go for the dive, some of them wanted to take down the
tower. Skype just went straight into the back.
Yeah, but being this ahead, they're able to take down the tower and the inhibitor without wall from Skype.
Oh, getting that stun. There is Ontello. Michelangelo getting very low, taken down. Omski gonna get a double kill here. Spring chasing. Splinter gets the Archangel. Splinter does have to flash out. Donatello and Splinter on the Forge God. There's first pick onto Donatello. And Leonardo will get taken down next. Splinter very low to Michelangelo in the mix. Will go down as well. Third kill. 3 for 0 so far. And the Nexus is being beaten down. Will straight die here? Not at all. Gopi will get that stun off, and there it is. Game number 1. 6 to 28 for De La Salle University.
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.